on campus, Frank?
There's a big monster on campus now.
What campus is that?
What's the matter, you?
Why, nothing, Frank. Why'd you ask?
Huh?
Welcome to the Frank and Drac show. I am the Frankenstein monster, and across the box of dirt for me is Count Dracula.
Yeah, and we got a big buffo show tonight. Lots of comedy and a great movie, The Son of Frankenstein. So we're going to get right to it. Roll the movie.
Yeah.
You're starting already, Frank. This is going to be a long night, I can tell. A long night.
Tonight on Monster Theater, we present Tennessee Drac's Bat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Oh. Well, I see, how are you, Frank?
Well, what do you mean by that, Big Dracky?
Well, I mean just what I asked you, boy. I said, how are you, Frank?
Well, I don't know how I am, Frank. I just am, Big Dracky.
What?
Well, you're asking me how I am, Frank, and I guess I've just always been Frank. As long as I can remember, I've been Frank. So I guess I just am. I think it had something to do with a hot scientific experiment that ran amok to muck, Big Dracky.
Boy, it sure has been awful,
So did I answer your question, Big Dracky?
Why, no, you didn't, boy, but as I was saying...
Well, how come, Big Dracky?
Well, Frank, I think you just took it too literal.
So was that a literal question or a rhetorical question?
Frank, doggone it, just forget the question, all right? Forget the question, and let's just go on with doing the play, all right? Drop that line, we'll just go on.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, sure been mighty awful hot out this summer, ain't it, Frank?
Yeah, it sure been mighty awful hot, Big Dracky.
Yeah, boy. I was wondering, you been having problems with that sex-starved, wanton woman you got there, Maggie the Bat?
Who?
That sex-starved, wanton woman of yours, Maggie the Bat.
Where?
Frank, doggone it. You didn't even read the play, did you?
What play?
The play that I wrote that we're supposed to be doing. Bat on a Hot Tin Roof. You didn't even read it, did you?
Well, no, you see, there was this episode of Gilligan's Island on it. It was the one where, like, Tina goes with the skipper, and they make, like, a telephone on the conch shell, you know, and they think they're going to get off the island.
That's great.
And, you know...
Hey, what's going on here?
Well, Dick, we're trying to do a play.
You two monsters doing a play? You goofballs couldn't act your way out of a paper bag.
well, sure we could.
Frank,
Yeah, we've done it lots of times.
Frank, don't even argue with him.
Well, here, I'll show you. Yeah, what is a monster? Yeah, we can even sing my way to paper bag. The hills are alive, born free. Whoa, wait, I can't breathe. Quick, take this off. I can't breathe. Oh.
Are you all right?
Just acting.
Roll the movie, okay? Oh, and Olivia...
Monster Theater has been made possible by a grant from the Eyeglass Factory to remind you that if you saw anything even remotely humorous in this sketch, it's time for new glasses.
I'm Drac. He's Frank. And this is Action Monster News. In our top story tonight. Oh, the Invisible Man was shot in a barn earlier this evening. It seems as if he had been trailed there by police that were tracking him down for questioning. For more on this late-breaking development, we go to Frank.
Details are a little sketchy, but as soon as we can piece together, it kind of went like this. Yeah. Hey, well, you guys ain't gonna kiss me because I'm here in the barn. Oh, I told you where it was. Oh, bang. Oh, no. Oh, here I go, making my escape on the invisible horse.
oh, bang, bang, bang. Oh.
Hey, can I borrow a top coat? It's a little chilly in here.
Oh, bang, bang.
Oh. Back to you, Drac.
Gee, how did you do that, Frank?
Can I do what?
Never mind. In other news tonight, our favorite serial killer, Jason, was arrested earlier this evening when he broke into a house where he knew that some teenage girls were alone babysitting. For an interview with Jason, we now go live via satellite hookup to police headquarters, downtown. Jason, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Drac.
So, Jason, tell me, what happened?
Well, it's like this. I broke into this house where I knew some teenage girls who were alone babysitting. Well, they phoned for help, and the next thing I knew it, the police were there, and I was under arrest.
Jason, what did you say the girls did?
Well, they phoned for help, and... I forgot to cut the phone wires.
There you have it, Jason. That was a pretty big goof-up, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess you're right, yeah.
Well, now, come on, Jason. Every monster knows that the first thing you do when you break into a house is cut all the phone lines, right?
Yeah, you're right, Drac.
It's in the monster's creed, Jason, and I think it's about time you reread it again, okay?
Okay.
So, there you have it, a very big, costly error for Jason. And now, for a winter weather tip, we go to Frank.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's pretty cold outside, and you better wear lots of clothing, and when you walk on the ice, well, you better be careful, otherwise you're going to, slip and break your ass. Back to you, Drac.
Thank you for that wonderful weather tip, Frank. See you next time on Action Monster News.
Frank.
What the hell kind of weather tip was that?
Well, forget the weather tip. What's Jason killing people over cereal for?
This is the plaintiff, Dick Mulligan. He claims that the defendant, the Frankenstein monster, defaced a billboard that had been leased by WOIO 19. He is suing for $1,500 in damages. And this is the defendant, the Frankenstein monster. He says that he doesn't know anything about the defacing of the billboard. And this is the Monster's Court.
All right, I want you both to know that I have reviewed this case, and I am now ready to judge it in a fair and impartial manner. So, Crybaby Mulligans, what did Frank do to you this time?
Well, this time your monster defaced a billboard that was leased and paid for by my television station, WOIO 19.
Yeah, well, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything to that billboard. High atop that building down at 30th and Chester, it was so up I got nosebleeds, and it says, watch Frank and Drac at 11:30 on Saturday nights. I don't know nothing about it.
That's the one? That's the one?
Oh, now come on, Mr. Mulligans. Control yourself. Just what do you think Frank did to the billboard?
Yeah, huh? What? Come on.
Well, you defaced the billboard, and it was a real nice ad for Cinema 19, where people can watch movies as only 19 can show them.
Well, sure. Well, what about it, huh?
Well, he went up there, and I brought a tape along. You can see it for yourself.
Oh, okay. Roll the tape.
As you can see, Frank went up to the billboard and painted across it in big white letters, "Watch Frank and Drac, Saturdays at 11:30 p.m. He even put 2 dummies up there to make it look like it was you and him that were painting the lettering up there. There's a dummy that looks like Drac and another that looks like Frank, as redundant as that may sound.
Well, I can clearly see, Mr. Mulligans, that the billboard has been defaced. But to tell you the truth, I think the addition to the billboard kind of added a touch of class to it, you know what I mean?
What?
That's right. And as for your claim that my monster Frank here was the one that defaced the billboard, well, to tell you the truth, I think the evidence is inconclusive. Nobody actually saw him do it, and so I'm finding for the defendant. Out of here, Mulligans. You lose again. Aren't you ever going to learn? Jeez.
Yeah, kind of like that billboard, too, kind of like Objet Drac.
Yeah, another case, huh?
Yeah.
So, Frank, what about the next case here?
Oh, what case?
The
I'm outta
case
here.
of, come back, Frank.
Huh?
The case of Drac versus Frank.
What?
Frank, where are my spare shoes and my spare cape?
Oh, and your new tuxedo?
What? My new tuxedo?
I'm history.
Oh, you better bet your history, Frank. Come back here. I want that tuxedo back. us walking through the park one day. In the
Hey, Drac, watch out, watch out, giant
is it,
spider.
Frank?
Let me get it with the 2x4.
Oh, no,
Watch,
a giant
watch.
spider
I'll
is
get
going
it
to
for
get me,
you.
Frank. Help me, help me, help me!
Oh, kids, okay, hold on a second. That was just for a reenactment, so don't be scared.
Oh.
Drac's okay. But today, like he was out walking in the park, Forest Hills Park, yeah.
Oh,
And,
this big
giant-
spider
Oh.
was going to attack me, and Frank saved me. And he did it with this 2x4.
Lucky I had this 2x4
That's right.
with me.
And in
Oh.
honor of the event, we're going to give away this 2x4 right now. Right, Frank?
That's right. So to the 19th caller who calls the station here, 19th caller, we're going to give this 2x4. Yeah, who cares about like those tickets and
And
stuff?
the best part
oh,
of it?
Yeah. Oh, we signed it.
We signed it right here. It says
Yeah.
Frank and Drac. And this is the honorary spider basher. So give a call.
578-1919, okay? Oh,
Frank,
yeah.
Thank you so much for
Oh, you
killing
want-
that spider.
You know, they wanted this for the Monster Hall of Fame, too. Hey, no way, no.
Boy, Frank, will you look at all these fan mails we're getting? You know, people like Lisa and Amy and Neil Johnson.
Yeah, we
got
get stuff from like Tim Paxton, that guy that's got that video newsletter down in Oberlin. Cool
Ricky
newsletter, yeah.
Shermanek and Ginger and Jessica Rose. You know, Frank, I think we must be just about the luckiest doggone monsters in the world.
Yeah, we are. But
know?
you know, a lot of people are calling like the PR department. But what you really want to do is if you want to get in touch with Frank and Drac, if you want to like drop us a line, call, drop us a line at the station, WOIO, Frank and Drac, 2720 Van Aken Boulevard, Shaker Heights, Ohio, 44120. You know, we got a lot of fans out there that we got to say hi to, too.
And we'd love to hear from you, sure.
There's Jerome, and there's Big Ed and Big Kathy, Great Steak and Fry, Pete the policeman at Beechwood Place.
Little Billy Carter?
Yeah, little Reuben Harris,
The
too.
night security guards at the Plain Dealer?
Oh, yeah, there's just like so many of them.
Oh,
so-
guys. We hope you enjoyed tonight's movie, The Son of Frankenstein.
Yeah, next week, watch Ghost of Frankenstein. Ooh, scary movie.
Oh, yeah. And I want to take a moment just to tell you that tomorrow is also going to be a very special day right here on 19 WOI.
Yeah, it's
Because-
Bogart Sunday.
That's right, Bogart Sunday. They're going to be showing 3 of Bogart's best films, Across the Pacific, Key Largo, and The Big Sleep. So I hope you tune in tomorrow and see you next week for Ghost of Frankenstein. Until then, fly right.
Yeah, bye.
And here's looking at you, kid.